Hello everyone and welcome to Sew Aldo DIY. Today I am going to show you how I drape, cut, and construct the bodice for my ultimate fantasy dress, which is the Cinderella dress from the live action movie. So the first thing I did is create the design that I wanted on my dress form. So pretty much I am just copying a picture that I found on Pinterest and I'm just going to drape it on the dress form. Only draping on the half of the mannequin because it's going to be mirrored when I cut out the pieces. And here I am just figuring out the design. It is better if you have a picture that you are using as a reference, so it is much easier. The back patterns, I am going to create 3 panels, so it's going to give me a corset effect. And like always, I am gonna have to adjust the back pieces later on because this mannequin is actually slightly bigger than me. So I'm gonna have to adjust that later on when I am cutting out the pattern pieces. So it took me about 15 minutes to complete the design on the mannequin just because I haven't done this style before. But anyhow, I am just going to transfer the measurement on a muslin. So transferring the pattern on the fabric took me about 20 minutes. After that, I added seam allowances on the pattern pieces. This time, I actually added 5/8 of an inch, and this process took me like forever. It took me like 30 minutes. And then I went ahead and placed it on the satin material and I'm going to cut it out. The center front is placed on fold. Cutting out the satin fabric is actually not bad at all. It was fairly easy and this fabric was very easy to work with. The organza fabric on the other hand is the tricky bit. So when you cut out the organza fabric, be sure to use lots of pins. So when you're cutting out the pieces, it's not going to move. After I cut out all the pieces, I am going to be repeating it on the lining, the interfacing, and the organza fabric. After I cut out all the pieces, it's time to iron on the interfacing on the satin fabric. Now, I didn't do a good job fusing the satin fabric on the interfacing just because I was scared that I am going to burn the fabric and I don't have spare fabric to work with. So I decided I'm just going to stitch it all around. And I placed tons of pins so it doesn't move. This process took me forever because the organza fabric was a little fiddly and it was moving a ton. So yeah, just be aware of that. Now I'm just going to base stitch it all the way around and I repeated it on all of the pieces. Base stitch all the pieces. So now all the layers are one piece. So let me show you what I meant. So this is the front. I'm going to trim off the excess visible interfacing because I don't need that extra allowance. And if you haven't watched the part 1 of this Cinderella dress tutorial, I'm going to have the link in the description box or here in the info card. So the part 1 is basically creating the skirt portion of this dress. So be sure to check that out. Now it's time to put the bodice together. I base stitch the curved side of this side front and I'm going to lightly gather it to fit along the curve because it's a little tricky. I'm gonna have to ease it in the curve. Match the right sides of the fabrics together and I will repeat the same steps on the other side front. So in my opinion, this is the tricky bit because I am working with so many layers of fabrics and this is on a curve. This actually made me nervous that the fabric is going to have some puckerings and wrinkles, but luckily it didn't have it. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Now it's time to grade the curve, which is just making some small cuts along the curve. The purpose of that is to release the tension along the curve, so when you press the seams later on, it's going to release that tension. It's going to lay flat. And this is my hack. I don't have a tailor's ham, so I use my husband's socks and I use it as a tailor's ham. But one of these days, I am going to invest in a real one. But for now, this works, so I'm okay with that. Now it's time to just construct the rest of the pieces. As you can see, I labeled all the pieces, so it's so much easier to match it. And I will do the same thing for the lining pieces. And I'm going to put boning in the lining, so this top or this bodice is going to have a structure and it's going to hold up its shape. After that, it should look like this, and now it's time to stitch the pieces all together. Next, I am going to press the seams open. And it is looking beautiful. I am really pleased with the way it's turning out. Now it's time to work on the lining. And like I said earlier, the lining is going to be just a repetition of the bodice that I created earlier. Also created channels for the bonings. I'm just simply using the seams of the lining actually as a channel, and I'm just going to stitch it on the side, and then I'm going to put the bonings in. After that, I match the right sides of the fabrics together, and I'm going to stitch along the neckline. And then I'm going to trim off the excess seam allowance just to get rid of that bulk on the seams. I also graded along the curve, so when I turn the fabric right side out, it's going to lay flatter. I'm also going to understitch the lining so it will stay inside the bodice. I finished the hemline of the bodice using a bias tape. So originally I wasn't planning on doing this, but I cut the bodice a little short than I needed it to be, so I ended up using a bias tape instead. So added hook and eye closure just because I don't know what to do. I couldn't use zippers, so I decided I'm just gonna use hook and eyes, which I am not really pleased about. I hand stitched these frills on the shoulders, and I actually really love how it turned out. Now it's time to add the finishing touches, which is adding the butterflies. I got this off of Amazon and I really love how it looked. I didn't get the blue one just because I just feel like I wanted to use a silver iridescent butterflies instead. I basically just hot glue it on the frill and I am done. So this is what the dress looked like. I am so happy with the way it turned out. I cannot believe that I actually made this dress. This is my ultimate fantasy dress, and looking at it, it makes me want to cry. Like I'm not even kidding. When I look at it, it gives me goosebumps, and I cannot believe that I already have my ultimate dress. Oh my goodness, I'm in love. That's it, you guys, and thanks so much for watching. If you love this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it to help me spread out the word about my channel. That will help my business grow. And yeah, thanks so much for doing that, and don't forget to get notified as well for more easy and free sewing tutorials. I will see you in the next one. Bye!